Hello, hello. Happy Saturday afternoon. G'day, Cassie. How you doing? I've been sorting out my Spectrum magazines. Oh, actually Sinclair magazines and a few other bits and pieces. Over here. So I pretty much just went through and I put them into chronological order. Yeah, pretty warm down there, is it? It's nice and sunny here. It's not overly hot, if you know what I mean. Not like it has been. It's just it's warm in the sun, but air temperature's not too bad. It's quite nice. So the majority, just because I'm not sure you've seen this collection, but these ones here, they are upside down. You know, I've taken them off there and I've turned them over. So this is the stack. These two stacks are Sinclair user. Yeah. Sinclair user. And I've got a bunch of them, not all of them. But g'day, Into. That sounds like a plan. Yep. Sun and beer sounds like a good combo. Yeah. So I've got cover tapes for pretty much most of those magazines, and some of the cover tapes still have their cases and some of them don't, like they're just loose cover tapes. And so there's also Sinclair programs. I've got QL user magazines. I've got New Zealand Classic Car magazines, some electronics magazines, bits and pieces, a couple of crash magazines. I actually started a little spreadsheet just to sort of catalogue what I've got and match up what cover tape goes with what magazine. And so, yeah, Sinclair user, QL user, Sinclair programs and Sinclair projects are the different magazines that I've catalogued so far. I found this really neat website. Basically, it's got everything you'd want to know about that website there. So you can see that Sinclair user issue number 72, Megatape 1, and right through except issue 92, they've slotted in 6 amazing coin-op tracks, and then it takes off again with Megatape 21 through 27, and then double hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the stack of cover tapes there. You can see the that stack there. That's kind of like the double hits and the 4 of the best and 6 8s and 12s and things like that. So, and these ones here, they are all what they call Megatape, which is basically the staple of Sinclair user cover tapes. And you'll see that I've got That's issue number 72, right? That is the very first. This tape. This is. G'day, Evil C. How are you this afternoon? That is Mega Tape number 1. It's stickers peeling off a little bit there, but Mega Tape number 1. And I thought, why not? To be honest, I never had these magazines when I was younger. I've read some of them, but I've never looked at a cover tape. Never. Even though I own these, I bought them years and years ago. I'm pretty sure through Trade Me, when things were a lot cheaper than what they are now. And it was just part of a collection, I think, and I snafu'd it. To be honest, I haven't looked at them since I bought them, so I have no idea if these things are going to load, or what sort of format they're in, as far as layout and things like that. But I thought, why not have a little look, and we can all, explore it together. It's going to, as I say, first for me. But if you have a look, it's got the best tape ever. Side A, Kamikaze says hello. I mean, some of this could be real crap, right? They're just game demos and things like that. But some of it could be utter rubbish. But could be worth a look at. Just trying to get a bit of airflow in here. It's starting to warm up. Sun comes across and through this window as the day gets later, so it gets pretty warm in here. Righto, so let's crank the old specky up, and I wondered whether maybe we could have a little look through the magazine. I borrowed the other half's. This is a handy dandy book holder for cookbooks. So when you're baking or cooking, you've got your cookbook held in your handy dandy holder. Yeah, I just thought that maybe we could have a little flick through. Sega advertisement, Afterburner, Outrun, Space Harrier, Zaxxon 3D, Choplifter, Rescue Mission, Enduro Racer, Alien Syndrome, The Ultimate Games Machine. Someone, I think, has marked probably the games that they think are pretty cool. Platoon, International Karate, 3D Starfighter, Deviants. It's in the software section. Arcade. And then we've got utility, adventure, strategy, and simulation. And we've got Mega Tape 1 here. The first of. It says, well, let's not give anything away. Check out the tape, read about the programmers, find out about the awesome pokes on tape, play the stunning demo of 19, and get a special £2 off the price of the cassette the second it's released. Read out about Zarges, the utterly exclusive game. wonder how on earth we're going to follow it up next month. They obviously had a plan, right? So I would say page 8. Mega Tape 1, page 8, I guess. So seen this advertisement in quite a few of these magazines, this Daytel Electronics. A Genius mouse for the 48, 128, the plus 2 and 3. You've got probably RAM expansions, maybe extension cables. There's a 16K RAM pack for a ZX81. More extension cables, etc. The light writer. I think I might have that light writer or something similar. That's a subject for another day. But yeah, basically just peripherals. Quick shot turbo. Quick shot, not the turbo one. I might have a turbo though. That Quick Shot 2, that one there. No, this is just a quick shot. Model number 316102. Yeah, it doesn't have any model numbers there, but yeah. Pretty rubbish, but that's what we had. There was nothing. I mean, what was available in the day? I guess, was it Zipstick or something like that? I mean, we just had rubbish. Rubbish bloody joysticks. Here we go, it's talking about the Mega Tape. So this is issue 72, right? This is when they started issuing cover tapes. So it says here, you may have noticed that this month's Sinclair user has a certain something, a quality unseen before on your favourite Spectrum Games magazine. It's called the Mega Tape, and we'll be doing them regularly from now on. Now, we're not the first mag to offer you a tape, and we'll probably not be the last, but we think ours is a little different. Check out all the things you get. So side 1, we get fantastic Kamikaze beer. Loading screen. You just get the loading screen. The main event is Zarges, our specially commissioned binary design game. 5 incredible pokes by Adrian Singh. Side 2, a playable demo of Cascade's forthcoming 19. What page is that? Page 8, is it? No, that's not page 8, is it? 1, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it is too. Yeah, it is. It's page 8. Yeah. Yep. So oh, yeah. So I think we'll crank up the speaky and replay it. I've also stuck to the back of this magazine. I thought this back cover was a bit weird. It didn't quite look right because it's not. That's normally what you'd see on the back cover, like a ocean advertisement or something like that. But this is the front cover of the next issue that I thought I didn't have. Stuck to the back cover here, and it's where the cover tape, sellotape, has stuck, and I don't think I'll pull it off right here and now because I think I could probably do a better job of being careful doing that, and hopefully save as much as I can of the cover. Try not to tear it too much. I think these are going to make quite interesting reading, actually. If I slip that into the handy dandy magazine holder. I'm sure I had the capture working just before. Okay, tape is rewound. The other thing I wanted to do today was go through some of the double ups and whatnot of tapes that I've got. Into's interested in something, and William J is also interested in something as well. So yeah, anything that I've got double ups of, I'll be able to send off to the guys. So this is the fantastic Kamikaze Bear loading screen. Oh yeah, it's RF. Yep. Ooh, that tape doesn't sound good. This is how I remember the Spectrum. I do have RF output. Oh, actually, I might need to go back a bit because I think that's all it is just that. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe if I do just leave it running, let's do that again. You have to mod it. You have to mod. You basically you run a capacitor from the board to the modulator. There's basically a little hack you can do to get composite. I like to experience it the way I used to experience it as a kid, and so I'm leaving it RF. It's just the way it was. Oh yeah, totally. Yep. But I don't want it. Call me weird. I don't want it. This is the experience I remember, and that's kind of what I'm going for, really. I do have as say spectrums that are composite modded, and once I'm over the that wanting to keep the feel of how I remember it as a kid, I'll just crack out the composite one. But for the stream, and I kind of want to convey what it was like, rather than going for the cleanest possible output. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks. Is that the one that's playing right now, Kelsey? I've been trying to weed these out. I'm just resaving that playlist. Ooh. Yeah, so here's more loading screen, right? This tape's sounding a bit wobbly. It's the tape, it's not the player. I haven't had a proper look, but I just scrubbed through the timeline on... Is it going to tell me to stop the tape if it needs to? Ooh, that sounds bad. Oh, it's slowing right down. They must have massive thresholds on these loading. Oh, and the loading hardware, eh? Oh, it's almost stalling the tape. There we go. Yeah. I had a quick look because I had a content match on my last video, and it seemed to me, I haven't had a close look yet, but I think it's one of the ads, you know, like it's potentially one of these, which never used to get content matched. So slowly working my way through weeding out some of that stuff. It's a pain in the butt. And sometimes I have the well, quite often I have the it on shuffle, so because it's not playing a linear list, it's really hard. You have to go back to your VOD, play the section coming up to what got content matched, and go back and try and find out what song it is that's causing the content match. And it can be quite difficult because some of the songs, they change quite a bit throughout the song. You know, some of them are quite consistent, but some of them change a lot. I tried to track one down the other day. I gave up in the end. I just left it, and it'll come right. I'll eventually find it, but yeah, it's the tapes, because I've run heaps of tapes through this machine, through this player, and it's fine. Some of these tapes are tight, really, really tight. And yeah, this player, this has been reconditioned, this one. And so normally works really well, but geez, I'll give it another go. We used to find, I don't know whether you've had any success with this, Mavanki, but I remember when we played tapes in the cars, is you'd get the tape. Yeah, if you had one that was starting to stall the player, you'd get your tape and you'd twist it. You could hear it cracking, and that's exactly what I did with that. Sounds nasty, but you can hear it cracking, and it seems to sort of release them. So just see whether that's made any difference. Yep. I'll do that right now. That actually got really close to completely stalling. See, that stalled. Trying to fast forward. Yeah, this is I mean, these are reasonable. This is one of those Euromatic, you know, they're really, really common. I don't know how good they actually are. This is the other thing we could do. Yeah, it's possible. I had a charcoal one, and it munched a tape. So this machine here I'm quite confident with. I'm happy to run tapes through it. If I've got something that seems to be like it's really quite rare, I'll actually sit over it and watch the take-up spool, monitor it, just to make sure that it's not going to chew the tape. Yeah. So this one's had new belts. It might be a little bit of maybe a bit of time between. This is my manual way of fast forwarding them. Might have been a little bit of time since I've cleaned it. Maybe I should just do that, eh? Biro. This is just a biro. Do you mean just meths on the pinch roller? Or do you mean meths on the actual on the plastics? You mean the belts and everything, yeah? Yeah, so that is struggling to fast forward that tape as well. If I grab I've got these are brand new old stock. That is probably a C10 or something like that, I would say. Yeah, it's off like a shot, you know. Sorry, bump them out there. Melted. That just piled through it. That's just hoeing through it. Yeah, that's another option. It sort of makes me wonder what part of it is actually causing it to stall. You know, could it be the little window? Yep, see that's gone there and back on that nice tape. So the other option is, yeah, let's try that. This is what we used to do. Yeah, that's tight. It's quite tight. I actually think the tape's a bit, you can see it's quite crinkled too. Look at that. Yeah, see how we go. Yeah, could be, eh? I will try the old manual. This is a trick from the 80s. That does feel a bit tight. So what I really need to do is keep an eye out for dead cassette tapes. I mean, I know the op shops and that they used to just throw them out. And if I can find ones with sort of matching coloured shells, yeah, this seems to work. Pencils, I think, work as well, don't they? There's hexagonal pencils. Let's see if sounds. Yeah, if I had a 3D printer, I could. Yeah, I could probably raid. Yeah, so I went there and back manually, and that just stalled part way through on the actual drive itself. See, when I'm doing this here, it actually feels quite free. I've got quite a few of Jose Carreras or something like that. Oh no, I won't use those. They're actually metal tapes. No, they're chrome. They're you know, pre-produced chrome tapes. That's why I picked them up to re-record onto them, because I've got plenty of copies of that. He must have been quite popular. I think it's someone like that. It's one of the 3 tenors. Yeah. But I've probably got like backup, like old crappy old tapes. I should just go and have a look around the op shop, say, because some of that stuff just gets chucked out. And do the old transplant. My I think it was sixth form school certificate, sixth form technical drawing. There was you had to do a project, and I chose cassette tape. So I did like the inside view basically of a cassette tape with the shell separated in tech drawing. It was all done by pencil and on paper. There was no CAD. I loved tech drawing. It was my favourite subject. Favourite subject by a long shot. Yeah, I could do. Yeah, the thing is well, I've got the sticker right. I don't know. Sort of makes me wonder if it cracked the shell. Yeah. See, I'd like to retain the label. So that sort of complicates things a little bit as well, doesn't it? I guess the other option is just to record, this on, well, not this one, but grab a download from the internet, dump that onto a new old stock tape, and just have the new old stock tape as one that can be used, and this is just for show. That's another way. The other thing I thought about is crack out the Nakamichi. That might actually handle it right. In fact, I'll see what the Nakamichi thinks of this tape. I'll just see if it can actually fast forward through it. She's having trouble with it as well. it is actually going to fast forward through the whole thing, I think. Oh, yeah, 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 it's probably got more processing power. I'll show you what I've got. This is, uh, it's one of my, yeah, it fast forwarded through. It's one of my Nakamichis. The other one's in the living room, but just so you can see it. It's that one, that black one sitting up there. It's a BX2. It's not the best Nakamichi in the world, but it's a Nakamichi. It struggled to do that though. It did it. Yep. Yep. Budjo one. A friend of mine had one of those real flash ones. Real flash ones. Can't remember what model it is. You'll know. Yeah, it's definitely not happy. It's struggling to rewind it back as well. Dragon. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, a friend of mine had a Dragon. Still got it. Beautiful machine. Unreal. Just something else. And he had it set up. He had it, he had it hooked up to a beautiful system as well. Sounded just amazing. Nakamichi did it, but it was struggling. This is refusing to do it at all now. Let's try. I do have other options as far as tape deck's concerned as well. Just wondering if I've got one handy that I can just go and grab quickly. See, the rewind seems to be more powerful on this than the fast forward. So basically I flipped the tape and rewound it. It makes you wonder where they bind, eh? Do you think, I guess all it really takes is just a slight amount of distortion in the case for it to be a problem, eh? I was wondering if the little inspection windows, maybe if they've fallen away from the inside of the casing and they're trapping the tape somehow. It's unfortunate that, you know, they didn't have a more sort of positive drive on the take-up spool. And maybe some of the expensive decks have got this, but I wonder if also monitoring that take-up spool is actually turning as well, and if it stops turning, you know, which is an indication that the bloody pinch roller is just going to keep delivering tape, and that's what causes the chewing. If the take-up reel stops while the drive is playing, auto stop. I'm assuming that's available, but you'd have to have that'd be a fancy system. I can hear it start to warble already. And you thought your bloody internet was slow. I think it's actually it's getting further, isn't it? Yep. Oh, it's starting to. Oh, it's really. It's getting further though, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Ooh. It's better. It's still struggling. Going to get a tape load error soon, I'm sure. Playing with fire, really, though, eh? I might just quickly go and find my other deck. I think it's battery powered. Give me a second. This looks quite nice, actually. That looks like a good quality deck. Was 90 you know, $90 on special back in the day. It's probably quite a bit of money, really, isn't it? But that's oozing quality. I don't have a that's a center negative, 6-volt center negative. I'm just not sure if I've got batteries. the other one I've got is this, which seems reasonable quality as well, but I'm not quite sure. Because they're unknown, I don't really want to take the risk of one of these chewing the tape. This little Fairmate I've used before, so I'm reasonably confident with that one. Yeah. I could hook something up like that for sure. But in the meantime, I'll just see whether I've got 4 AA batteries. Yeah. Brand new alkalines. Yeah, especially in the fast forward and rewind, eh? No, it's not even going to play. Playing now. Ooh. Don't like the sound of it. It's rewinding fast forwarding properly. That's fast forwarding. It's worse, that one. Let's try this Sampo. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah. Seems to be fast forwarding and rewinding nicely. If I turn the BGM off, you might be able to hear this one. No. I heard it screech, as in physical screech, like it was having trouble. It's definitely the tape, rather than the player itself. That one seemed most promising though. I wonder if I'll just give up on this one in the meantime, and we'll move on to second magazine. Well, second tape in the magazine series. Actually, we'll make it the third because the second tape is the missing magazine. Second tape is the for this issue here, which is potentially, I've got the bits of it somewhere, but I just need to match it up. So we'll move on to the third tape in the series. I think it's this. Let me just check my spreadsheet. Issue 74. Yep, is tape 3. So not from back in the day. Picked them up on Trade Me years and years ago. Have never looked at them. I really just wanted the magazines at the time. Well, no, I don't think that's probably quite right either. You know, I did want the cover tapes as well, but it's not the entire collection. It's just a good chunk of a collection. And saw them on Trade Me back in the day when Trade Me prices weren't outrageous. This tape looks a bit messed up. I should probably, yeah, I reckon. That's them. That's the collection in the background there. So these are the mega tapes here. Yeah, I reckon too. And I've got a bunch of these. This is my music cassette collection is here. So that's, you know, part of it's alphabetized. Yes, there's ABBA in there. You know, and so that's probably a good chunk of my music cassette collection there. And I listen to them. We've got the Nakamichis, and some of them are, so some of them are my very original cassette tapes from when I was a kid, but I mean, they're few and far between. I started collecting cassette tapes, music cassette tapes again, when everyone was chucking them out. And everyone was like, you're nuts. Tape sounds like crap and all this, you know. But if you've got a good tape player and a good quality tape and a good stereo system, they sound really good, you know. People complain about the hiss and all that, but yeah, you get a bit of hiss, but they sound nice, I think. So yeah, I like sitting down with physical media. I've got a record collection as well, so I do like to play records. I like that physical media thing. Yeah. A lot of that pre-recorded stuff is really bad, but you get the odd gem, hey? You get the odd one. Yeah. Yeah. I love this, hey? So 80s. This definitely needs a rewind and a fast forward. Hopefully we have a bit more luck with this one. what I really like doing is getting a really good recording on an SA tape on a Nakamichi, you know, with the correct settings for the tape setup, and recording a really good quality, like analog recorded LP onto tape, and then you play that tape to people and it's like you sit. I don't often get the chance to do it, but sit down and say, have a listen to this, what do you reckon? And I would assume 9 people out of 10 would say it sounds awesome. What is it? Is it the latest technology or something, you know? It's like, oh, it's a cassette. What? Right, let's see if this loads, eh? We turn to page 8. Oh, nice. I've got some essays. Probably about 10 years ago, I couldn't believe it. I was looking out for essays because they were sort of the only ones that I thought possibly we would be within reach. And I went into this recycle centre in Richmond, and they had a whole box of essay tapes that someone had actually recorded onto, and they're all in really good condition. In fact, I kept some of the recordings because the recordings were really well done as well. So that was a real score. This is Mega Tape 3. Hey Neo, you were quite late getting up this morning, though, I hear. Did a little birdie tell me. Didn't you have a late night? You said you probably wouldn't get up before lunchtime. Look, someone's gone and bloody marked all these here, highlighted them, and put little pen marks as well. So Mega Tape 3. This is Mega Tape 3. What have we got? Dan Deere 2 Special Edition. A lot of people thought Dan Deere 2 was a pretty hard game. We think that Dan Deere 2, the Special Edition, is even harder. Tony Dillon was almost crying with frustration trying to get through the first door. How we laughed. Dan Deere 2 is based closely on the full-priced game and uses the same graphics and gameplay techniques. It is shorter, obviously, but it's teeth-grindingly difficult. And for those few people who will ever crack it, deeply rewarding. Will you be one of the few? This sounds bloody ominous, doesn't it? Oh, okay, yeah. $9:30's not bad. Alice is waking Andrea up at about 4:35 every morning. Want out, I want out, I want out, I want out, let me out, let me out. She does circuits in the bedroom, bashes all the curtains, bloody hops up in the bed, runs across the bed. I sleep through most of it. I'm a heavy sleeper, so she bears the brunt of it. Oh god, yeah. Bloody cats. And they did it all while you were snoozing, right? Sleeping merrily. Causing carnage. Let's see if we can get Dan Deere 2 Special Edition to load. If the reviewer was tearing his hair out trying to get through the first door, I'm sure that I'm going to be the same. So I've taken this through a fast forward and rewind cycle. See, a lot of these tapes, they could have been dodgy when I got them, for all I know. I haven't even tried to load any of them. They basically just came in a big box, loose, rattling around in the box. The monitor output on this tape deck is a lot quieter than the other one, which is good because when I'm streaming and the other half's gone to bed, she's lying in bed listening to the squeal of a Spectrum tape loading. It's not on. Does not always go down well, as you can imagine. There is a special competition. It says the first person to ring us with the exact wording of the final screen of the game will win a copy of the full price version of the game. I wonder if I'm too late. Dan Deere comic book hero is desperate to get the latest copy of SU before they are all sold out, unlike most of us who only have to grapple with rude assistance, people who stand there reading about whippets for sale in exchange in Mart, and headbangers buying this month's sounds. Dan Deere has to fight his way past alien jet bike blasters. Watch those energy levels drop. Magnet beams which constantly push Dan off course and will no doubt cause the ill-informed to ring us up saying there is a bug in the program. Force fields which Dan has to switch off somehow. Giant crushers, which are giant and crush things. All the usual joystick options with keyboard commands as follows. You can figure out the rest yourself. So far so good. And straight after Dan Deere, there is 100 pokes on tape. Does anyone not know what a poke does? What are the keys? Q is up, A is down, I and O left and right. That seems to be fairly. P is fire. Okay. Graphics look quite nice, don't they? For a speaky. Bad. I am just quickly going to grab a cuppa. I'll be back in just a second. I'm a little bit reluctant to put my ads on because I'm sort of wondering whether one of the music tracks in my ad, you know, like these ads that I normally play.
We need Stevie's help with our
These
new
ones.
album.
The Amiga computer. What can it do?
I'm wondering if there's a snippet of music in there that, because I haven't had a close look yet, but yeah, I'm wondering if there is one that's causing a content match, and I'm wondering if it's like the Blue Danube or something. I think they played the Blue Danube during the Elite demo. I don't know. I have to have a close look at the last VOD, or the second to last VOD, I think it is. But yeah. So I'll be back in a sec. I'll let you just look at this lovely game for a second. Alice definitely didn't want to be here. She bailed, bent over backwards, must have twisted awkwardly and let out a little cry. If she doesn't want to do something, she's really determined, and she'll just, she'll bail. No matter what the consequences are, she'll bail. But she's fine. She was smooching around me before. It's all good. Okay, let's see how we go. Yes, to start the game, wasn't it? Oh, Remus. It does say yes to start game. Or is it crashed? Still running, isn't it? Yeah. What's going on here though? It's not responding now. No, I took the bugger ad off. See on. Yeah, could be Goonies tune. Could be. I have to go back and have a look at my VOD, as I say. Why is this not happy? Do you know that auto mod Carcinomi has picked up your crude saying of finger in. It's not happy with you saying finger in. Check out the sprites. Are we in demo mode? Might be in demo mode. Nothing responds. I'm dead. The Earth is doomed. I want. Yeah. So did no one came back to me regards to that they know what a poke is or not? Speaking of Carcinomi's comment. Does everyone know what a poke does? I'm not being rude. It's a computer term, right? This doesn't seem to be responding. Enter. P is fire, but it's not doing anything. Neither's the directional keys. Oh, that did something. Did it? Ah, I have to redefine the keys because it's not what they said it was. So the magazine is not right. Did I just pause it? So 9 is up. Up is right. Zero is fire. I killed a few of them, didn't I? I don't know where... Yeah, it's not true to label. If I die, I'm just hoping that I can hit the redefine keys, but then it says redefine key is R, but it also said start game is S, and S didn't work for starting the game. I don't know what did. Define. Ah, here we go. Oh, I wonder. Let's plug a joystick in. I think it's a Kempston. Start. Yep, that's working. It's kind of like it's delayed. Go down there. Ooh, first door. Why? Hang on. Why isn't it? Ah, there's some trick. Do you have to shoot it? For some reason, he's not going. He won't carry on going to the. Is that some sort of force field or something? Oh, I'm not understanding. Everyone gets stuck there, right? Is this why the reviewer said he couldn't get through the door? I'm going to break my joystick in a minute. Just sheer force on it that I'm trying to use to get through that door. No, no, I haven't. Yeah, this is the style at the time, right? Was difficult games, but this is kind of very difficult. I wonder what it is I'm missing though. It's like the sprites are too big for the area that you're in as well, and it's a little bit just sort of not very controllable. There's quite a delay. Oof. I mean, how are you supposed to get down there tidally? Right? Let's see what pokes they give us. So for those who are unfamiliar with a poke, is if I peek a memory location, I don't even know which one to. I don't know. I'm just going to choose something random. Yeah. I don't even know a valid number. Yeah. Anyway, you can peek a location in memory and it just returns what's sitting in that memory location. If it's RAM, you can also poke into it. So pokes were used for cheating, pretty much. So you could poke into a location and that might give you infinite lives, things like that. Oh yeah. So load up the section which follows Dandier 2 on tape. Follow the on-screen instructions to find the particular poke you want. Press enter and load your game. I think I'd have to have Manic Miner on. I've got Manic Miner on tape, but I'd have to search it out. I wonder if this flight simulator, you could say no crashes. This tape deck seems to be quite good. I think it's, out of all of them, it's the best one. What else have we got? I think that's it. Oh yeah. So, that was the list of pokes that this person had highlighted. How to be a complete bastard is one of the names of the game. There's Manic Miner there. ATV Simulator, I've got that game. Arkanoid 2. Star Paws. Gauntlet. Wonderboy, Whizball. Renegade. To name a few. Freddy Hardest. Bombjack 2. Can't see Manic Miner. Maybe that was too hard to crack. I don't know. But let's see. Okay, if we just choose a game. Oh, I see. So now it's waiting for me to load it from tape, and I'm assuming that I don't know what the pokes do. There is a little list of what they do. Basically, it's infinite lives, infinite energy, infinite lives, and each weapon device has infinite ammo. That's for Cybernoid, for instance. Infinite lives, pretty much just infinite lives. Street Fighter playable demo. Play the game at the same time as you are reading the review. Check out the giant sprites. That might be on side 2, I think. Street Fighter. Wouldn't it be exciting, you know, back in the day when you had your specky and you go down and you get your magazine with your tape and, you know, load up some demos, have a little explore, you've got the magazine to read. Good days, I reckon. We're not going to get a loading screen. Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool? I didn't do it back in the day. I didn't buy the magazines or anything like that. Probably just had a few games. I remember having Manic Miner. Might not have been, you know, legit versions. Nudge, nudge. Yeah. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Oh. What mag was it? Was it a PC one? Oh, no fancy loading screen. That's disappointing. Pulse. Oh, yeah. Yep. I think I probably did buy a few Pulse magazines, I guess, back in the day. Yep. Yep. Don't have them now. I wonder why those mags are so hard to find now. I guess people just dump them, eh? They just become totally obsolete and it's just a magazine. Oh, yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it would have been Pulse, the ones that I was buying, but I remember buying a few PC magazines back in the day. This tape seems pretty good. Street Fighter. Joystick. I think I've got a Kempston connected. We'll soon find out. Yeah, I don't. But maybe it's Sinclair. That'll go left. Jump. Can't go left. Oh, there's left, right. Jump. Punch. Actually, it might not be too bad to play on keyboard. Oh, he's roundhousing me. Oof. You've got a lot to learn. Coming soon from Go and Capcom. So shilling a bit of product here. Let's try a different joystick. Spectrum. That's better. Not sure how you do the roundhouse kick like that. Right. Not a bad game. It responds nicely. What else can I say about it? Graphics seem pretty good. I mean, it's a speaky. Sounds okay. Nice and responsive, that's good. And good joystick support. Psycho Pigs. So that's it. Just one fight. 2 rounds. Ooh. Run away. Oh, we go to round 3. Game over. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else on this tape. No. The other thing I wanted to carry on with was the Horizons tapes. These ones. That one's seen better days, but last stream, was it? Stream before, I think it was. I was just working my way through the Horizons tapes. These are the pack-in tapes that come with your Spectrum software starter pack. And so the first side, basically, it shows you how to connect your Spectrum to the TV, and does it do that? No, because I mean obviously you'd have to have it connected already, wouldn't you, to load the tape. It tells you a little bit about the ins and outs of a computer, basically, the processor, input and output, RAM, ROM, things like that. Pretty basic stuff. And then it takes you through a keyboard trainer, basically, for learning how to use the Spectrum keyboard, which is a bit different. I couldn't get side 2 to load, basically because of the same problems you might have seen earlier. But I've got a bunch of these tapes to try. And so I thought we'd just go through and see if we can load side 2. Looking a bit dirty. Label's starting to come off, but who knows, the tape could actually be okay. The other thing I wanted to do, which I'll do a little bit later, is I've got a few double ups, triple ups of some of these tapes, and I just wanted to select, maybe the best 2 to keep, and send one to a good friend, Into, a good friend of the channel. He has a Spectrum, and he would like a cover tape to go in his collection, so that'll be something that we'll go through and just make sure they're all loading, things like that, make sure the tapes are in decent condition. So this is side B of the Horizons tape. Side B, some games. Through the Wall, it's a little breakout clone. Bubble Sort, showing you bubble sorting is bubble sort's part of sort of sorting and programming, really, isn't it? Evolution or Foxes and Rabbits. I think it's supposed to be Evolution of, is it? There's another one called Live Draw, Monte Carlo, Graphic Generator, and Waves. Yes, I see. Right. Choose one. Horizons is an introductory cassette written by Scion. View file, general purpose filing program, database, view calc, a spreadsheet, view 3D. This is basically just shilling Scion products. I don't think that those programs came with the Spectrum. No, I'm pretty sure they didn't. Flight simulation you saw 2 streams ago, I think it was, or was it the last one? Can't quite remember now. Chess, you've seen me play badly. Chess, Hungry Horus, I think you've seen that on stream. I've got Hungry Horus on cassette as well. That's basically a Pac-Man clone, I guess you could call it. Planetoids is a Asteroids clone. Space Raiders is Space Invaders clone. Space Raiders is pretty good. I'm pretty sure I had this for the ZX81. It was fairly basic sort of breakout clone. I enjoyed it though as a kid. The ZX81 being black and white, no sound. It was still fun. It's a machine code program, so it runs quite nicely. Move left and right. Cap shift for extra zip. Oh, this is a basic program. Okay. Oh. Jeez. That's not bad for basic, is it? Oh, not fast enough. Oh, come on, give me a break. Jeez. That's what I wanted. A little bit of sound might have, being a basic program, probably would slow it down too much. little bit of sound there. I guess it's potentially unlimited lives, which is quite cool for a little demo like this. I had to use my zip move there. Zip along. Would have been as happy as Larry as a kid. The only thing I would probably change with this game is the random direction that the ball comes off the bat if it hits the bat straight up and down. You know, like a bit of it's probably difficult to program like that there. It'd be quite nice if it just went up and down, straight up and down. Then you could change the direction of the ball based on where it landed on the bat. But you know, maybe that's I'm assuming it could be done in basic. There's no reason why not. Whether it's going to affect performance too much, I don't know. It's one little piece of code that would need to be executed, I guess, to figure out the angle that the ball's going to come in on and going out on. Come on. This could take a while to get these last blocks, eh? Oh. I don't think I'm going to wait and see if I can get those last two blocks. I wonder if I can break it. Yes, I can. Here's the listing. So that could be quite good just as a little lesson in basic programming right there. A demo of a bubble sort program. I remember my daughter talking about sorting algorithms when she was at university, Victoria University, doing the computer science degree there. And she was telling me all about the different sorting algorithms and things, and bubble sort was one of them. I think that's an indication that it's a machine code program. A sorting algorithm applied to a hand of cards. The algorithm pass over the list comparing neighbouring items and swap them if they are out of order. Repeat these passes until the list is ordered. The following page illustrates a single pass of the algorithm applied to a very simple list consisting of 4 numbers. The objective is to place the list in ascending order from left to right. Compare 6 and 3, swap, so ascending order from left to right. So I want to swap, yes. How do I? Yep. After the first pass, the largest number has bubbled to the end. Another 2 passes were completed. The sort produced. Okay. Oh, I see. It's actually. I see what it's doing. It's non-interactive. So it's showing you the sort process. To speed up the sorting, hold down any key. Plus 1, 2 and 6, 2 and jack. Oh yeah. It's probably not a very efficient sorting algorithm, is it? I guess. So it's slowly sorting that jack of spades across to the left. So it's going to go spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs, I assume. Nearly done. That's it. One more. 11 passes. Loading evolution. An example of the solution of differential equations. Anyone up for a maths lesson? Imagine a land area populated by two species, say rabbits, number R, and foxes, number F. Rabbits increase by birth rate. Rabbits are killed by foxes at a rate. Foxes increase by birth rate F. Foxes die from starvation. Over time, delta T, the rabbit population increases by delta R, and foxes by delta F. So delta R equals AR minus BRF times delta T. A, B, C, D are constants. The solution depends on the initial conditions. In the example that follows, the initial number of rabbits is 2400 and the initial number of foxes is 180. Press any key for the spectrum to solve this problem in time. Too many foxes, foxes starve. Foxes are declining. Rabbits are increasing. Oh yeah, a little graph on the left there. So I'm assuming as the rabbits population grows, the foxes are going to have enough to eat, yeah? Few foxes, rabbit colony grows. "19 months. Rabbits are starting to explode. The foxes are starting to come up. 27,000 rabbits, 30,000. Only 116 foxes. Foxes have got lots to eat. Starting to eat away at the increase of the rabbit population. Many rabbits, food for foxes. Fox population grows. Rabbits starting to decline. That's kind of neat. $49 While it just plugs away doing that, I'm going to have a quick break. That's interesting. The cycle repeats every 6 years. Huh. That's cool. Into my own conditions. What if I started with like lots of foxes and lots of rabbits? Starting number of rabbits. Let's do the maximum available for rabbits, and the number of foxes maximum 400. I won't let the whole thing run, I just want to see what happens initially. Both populations declining. Well, the foxes really take a big hit, don't they? And the rabbits start to recover. The rabbit's going to go off the scale, are they? Yep. What's it doing there? It's redrawing. Oh, is it it must be resetting the scale. Be resetting the rabbit scale, I guess. The rabbits are just exploding. Foxes are starting to really ramp up too. Oh, here we go. Enough foxes to really rip into the rabbit population. I wonder if they'll cross. Oh, the scale's changed for the rabbits, I guess. Now the scale's changing for the foxes. Yeah, kind of cool. What have we got now? Life. Rules. The board is divided up into a square grid. Each unit square has 8 neighbours and can be either alive or dead. Each generation, the number n of neighbours a cell has decides whether life will begin, n equals 3, survive, n equals 2 or 3, or die, n is less than 2 or greater than 3. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of this. To set up the initial beings, use the cursor direction keys 5 to 8. To move the cursor, pressing the shift key as well when positioning a being. Press Q to start life, R to reinitialize, and S to stop. Delay between generations in seconds. Make it 1. Use the arrow keys and cap shift. Cap shift. Oh, yeah. How many do I have to hold? Cap shift. Cap shift doesn't seem to be responding. Oh yeah, there's one. Oh yeah, there's another one. Oh, I see. You have to move as you hit cap shift. Yeah. It's a thing. Q to load the next program. Draw. I'm just reading the combinations for Street Fighter, I was wondering how to do the roundhouse kick before. So the joystick, basically down for crouch, down and right is crouch and lean forward, down and left crouch and lean back, right advanced, left withdraw, up leap, up left, backward somersault, up right, forward somersault. You can punch and kick by holding and then releasing the fire button with the joystick in the following position for these effects. Down and right is a crouch and kick, down is a crouch and punch, down left, spinning crouch kick, that's that one he was dealing to me. Right is a kick, neutral is a punch, left turn kick, upright flying kick, up flying punch, up left flying spin kick. What? Enter a colour for the paper. Let's make the paper white. Colour for the ink will make something boring like black. So you can draw a line from that origin. Do you want to paint this? Yeah. What colour? Cyan. And of course you've got the classic spectrum colour clash going on there. You'd need a fair amount of patience, eh? I mean, a mouse is going to be quite a bit quicker, but we didn't have mice for our spectrums. Was it R for rectangle or B for box? Yeah, B for box. Yeah, look at the colour clash. Do I want to paint it? Yeah, why not? Magenta. Yeah, that's a thing, eh? Is that all done in basic? I assume it is. Looks like it. Probably quite interesting for a kid in the 80s, you know? Doesn't seem like much now, does it? But back then, it's pretty cool. Drawing on your computer. I'm not sure what you would have done to delete it. I guess you just do like a big square or a rectangle or a circle or something. Just make the ink color the same as the background color to delete. Yeah, no, tedious. Monte Carlo. Press any key. This program uses the random function to simulate the fall of 2 dice and displays the resulting probability distribution on a bar chart. It runs in 2 stages. Firstly on a small scale for the initial behaviour, and then on a larger scale to demonstrate how the observed values, shown in green, approach slowly the expected ones, shown in black. Well, if you wanted to stream, it's like watching paint dry. You've got it. How many throws is it going to do? Say 198. Here we go. These are the expected results in black. Ah, a lot more 6s than expected and a lot fewer 7s. More 8s, more 9s, a lot more 12s than expected. It's interesting, eh? And it's just gonna, now it's going in real time. It's probably gonna do another 200 throws or something, eh? Oh, it is actually bringing up the black line as well, the expected. Kinda cool. Is that's in basic as well, I assume? Yep. Huh. There's quite a bit more on side 2 than I imagined, actually. I guess if you know, you got your specky for Christmas or your birthday or whatever, and you know, you had no software for it, you've got this tape packed in. You know, it's going to keep you occupied for a little while. Eh? Character generator. Program to aid the generation of user-defined graphics characters. Codes from 144 to 164 inclusive. This routine can be saved in your own tape and be used later by other programs or be modified by this program. For more details, see Chapter 14 of the Spectrum Manual. Oh yeah. Save the character to tape, alter the pattern, C to clear the grid and start again, P to pick up a character. So that's the first character, I'd take it. That's A, by the look of it. If I clear the grid, see, cap shift, when cap shift is pressed and cleared, otherwise, okay, use the arrow keys. Place the Q to quit the stage. Q. Oops. I pressed Q. Which user-defined character A through. Let's do just A. Enter. There we go. A is now our funny little face. Tape. Waves. I think I'll just get to the end of this tape and probably call it at that stage. I was going to go through, you know, these triple up tapes on stream, but what I'll probably end up doing is I'll do that off camera, probably while I'm lurking on Carsey's stream later tonight, I guess, if he's streaming, because next stream will be inaugural December for me, inaugural December stream. So yeah. Would you like an example? Yeah, why not? Okay. Frequency 30, so slightly different frequency and a different amplitude. It gives you the result. cool. It's probably the sort of stuff we would have learnt at maths, you know, at school. And look, it's a pattern. It's frequency and amplitude modulation. Oh, it's going to colour it, is it? Look at that. Yeah, that's cool. We'll get the idea though. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I have to go soon anyway. Making tea tonight, so it's nearly tea time for us. Is that it? That might be it. Yep, that's it. Well, that was a interesting little look at the Horizons tape, I thought. So yeah, tomorrow, if all goes well, tomorrow possibly afternoon, it's the 1st of December for us, and the 1st of December. So I'll be probably just starting off with a bit of, I don't know, Redneck Rampage. That was going to be my pick for December. Need for Speed, the OG Need for Speed on the PC. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's probably where I'll start tomorrow. Don't expect any fancy setup. It's just going to be normal old streaming for me. Automod doesn't like you using Redneck Xeon. Pathetic, isn't it? I added permitted term redneck, so you're allowed to use it. Yep, it's not going to be anything much different to my normal setup for a stream. I'm not going to have any fancy backgrounds and bits and pieces. Anyway, at some stage, I'll fancy things up a bit, but at this stage, it's going to be pretty basic, straightforward stuff. Yeah. So yeah, if you're, I mean, I know Redneck Rampage is not a great game. Well, it wasn't considered to be a great game. I enjoyed it just for the laughs, and that's pretty much all it's going to be about. It's just having a few laughs, and I've never completed the game. I've played a little way through it, never completed it. So that's going to be a little bit of a mission for me to try and complete Redneck Rampage. I might even during December play a little bit more Descent. I'm finding that's getting really difficult, and I don't want to sort of bore people with constantly reloading into Descent. I'll give it a go. Duke Nukem 3D is getting hard as well, and same situation. I don't want to sort of bore people with that either, but I might just sort of plug away at them a little bit here and there. We'll see how it goes. So, yep. Thanks, Xeon, for catching up, mate, and thanks to whoever else is watching at this stage, and thanks to those who were watching earlier. So, yeah, we'll probably catch you tomorrow, and yeah. All right. I'll just have a wee look, see who we can raid across to. Tiravan, who I really only cottoned onto as far as from Kasnomi, is random retro achievement video. Maybe we'll just raid across to him and see what he's up to, eh? He's playing The Simpsons by the look of it. Cheers, guys. I will catch you later on.